Hello everybody, it's Julia from Julia's Time Out, and if you're new to my channel, I attempted to thru hike the Appalachian Trail this year starting on February 23rd and suffered some pretty severe plantar fasciitis I was actually on day 19 when I went off trail. I didn't even film that day. But my first 18 days on trail are on my YouTube channel. So I hope that you would go back and maybe watch some of those if you're planning a thru hike, planning a section hike on the Appalachian Trail. For at least the first 109.4 miles that I made it. And then I did go back a couple weeks ago and hike an additional almost, I think 5.2 or 5.4, so heading southbound up and over Sawyer Bald back to my car was, to just test out and see the healing process in my feet if I would be able to go on trail at that point. But that being said, today is going to be a little bit of a fun video because I wanted to share with you my top 10 favorite pieces of gear during the 109.4 miles, things that made my days easier, chores easier, held up the best or whatever. And I will put the links to all of those items in below if you want to go and look at those and see what they cost and the reviews, and if you choose to purchase. And if you do choose to purchase something and click on my affiliate link, I would appreciate it. I'll get a little small commission back for promoting these products. Nobody's sponsoring me. I'm not getting paid for this. This is just my opinion on what I chose to carry and use on the AT for those 110 miles and over those 18 days, and what I really, really liked and used and didn't just carry around in my pack. So that being said, let's start with number one. So I chose the C-Knock bag. I liked the 2-liter C-Knock bag. Many reasons why I like the C-Knock bag. One, the wide mouth. It opens just so wide to be able to collect water, and it collects water very, very fast. The Sawyer Squeeze, which is going to be my next thing, screws right onto that. I'll show you that in a minute. You can hang it, and it's because of this wide mouth. I will tell you, it is so easy to clean because I don't, every time I would get into a hostel or a hotel or whatever, I would clean this out really good. I would rinse it out really good. And then I was able to put it upside down over like my smart water bottle to let it dry out so that I don't have like any smells of like musty or moldy water. So that's another thing. Some of those other ones that don't open up like this, I mean, you can put your hand in here and open it. Gives it a really easy way to be able to clean it, scrub it, and dry it, and it held up really well. I didn't have any leaks or anything. So very, very happy with that. Even for some of my long water carries, I would keep an extra liter in this if I needed to. Or if I was dry camping and I just wanted to have, because I drink a lot of water. So, all right, so that's the C-Knock bag. And like I said, I have the 2-liter. I believe it also comes in 3-liter. And I will have the description to that below. The second thing that I always have loved and most is the Sawyer Squeeze. I don't have the mini, I have the regular one. And this is my water filtration system. And so, for example, after I fill up my C-Knock bag with water, then I put my Sawyer Squeeze, I screw it right on the top, and then I squeeze the water down, and I usually just kind of fold down the top like this. And either refill my smart water bottles, used for cooking, and I also have a small adapter that I bought, so you literally can just hang this and it'll gravity drip. So that's kind of how I get my water and purify. Super important to have some type of water filtration system when you're out in the woods. All right, and so while we're still on water, also smart water bottles are hiker's choice. The Sawyer Squeeze fits right on that. Some people don't use like a C-Knock bag. They just fill up their water bottle and put their Sawyer Squeeze right on it and just drink right from that. You can do that. But the tubing, I love having a straw. Now, that being said, if you want to go on Amazon, they have one. I also am able to just push the straw in and close the top. So if like I don't want it to spill, or I'm doing something, cooking lunch or whatever, and I still have my pack on with my water bottle, I just push it inside, and it's very easy to it comes right out. So we measured them that. So that being said, you can get this tubing. You can get 15 feet of this tubing for like $3.25 at Home Depot or or any other hardware store. So Joe and I just measured how much I would need to make sure that it went to the bottom and stuck out far enough. And we just cut what I needed, and I have like an extra one that I keep in my bag in case this one gets lost or gets gross. And then I have a bunch here at home that I could just have Joe send me if I wasn't able to find them. So for $3, you know, it's like if they start to get dirty and gross, then throw it out and just replace it. I do make sure that if I'm, you know, have Mio and stuff like that, electrolytes in my water bottle, that I'm keeping this rinsed out. So it's really like, if you just take a few seconds to care for things, you're not gonna, I didn't have to replace this at all. I mean, I threw out the one I had when I got home, but I didn't really need to. So, so first we got the C-Knock bag. We got the Sawyer Squeeze filter, not the mini. The mini's slow. I've heard a lot of complaints about it, so I never got the mini. I went right with this one. And then of course my tubing. So those are the first three things, and they're all related to water and drinking. So you can see how important that is and how important it is to me. I have two clothing items that were my complete favorite. I picked up this fleece buff that was on clearance. Actually, it was on REI. And I am a member, so I mean, I can get things shipped for no shipping. And it was on clearance for like $8. So the first here to here is a regular buff. And then from here to here, it has fleece. So just in this part. And I figured, oh, for $8, you know, I'm like, if it's cold, I'm like, it's a buff, but then it also could cover my ears. And I used this all the time. I use this on cold nights. I literally would put it over my head with the fleece up the top here, and then pull the fleece right up over to here, and it kept everything warm all from, so it's kind of like a baklava, but it weighs a whole lot flipping less. I've used it as a pillowcase because I don't have a pillow. I'm actually getting one today to try that out, but I would use it as a pillowcase to stuff extra clothes or whatever inside of here when I didn't need it for warmth. I wore it hiking if I needed the fleece. I mean, I got rid of my little fleece hat because this was so much better. I didn't have to worry about it coming off. If it started to get warm, I just, you know, on my head, I just pulled it down or whatever. So I loved this. And this one is made by Buff. I don't know if they still have them. And I got it at REI it was on clearance on their website for like $8 new. So this, I'll tell you what, was one of my best pieces of gear. I use it for so many things to keep me warm in so many different places and for many other purposes. And anytime you can find a piece of gear that you can use for 5 different things is phenomenal, especially when it's this small and weighs like 2 ounces. This was probably by far my most favorite piece of gear, go figure, that I bought that I didn't even know the benefits of it until I actually got out there and used it and needed it. And so to stick with the clothing now, trying to do these in order, if you see, was my Alpaca hoodie. These are a little pricey, but they are made out of alpaca, and I got mine at the Appalachian Gear Company. Yep, Appalachian Gear Company. I'll put the link down below. I'm going to try to find a link for that buff too and throw it in there. It's spring, summer, so I don't know. But this was wonderful. Love it. It's air wicking. It doesn't, neither one of them have been washed in soap since with all the miles that I've hiked in them on the AT and other hikes. It doesn't smell. It's not overly hot. It keeps you warm. Like, it does all the things. I love this hoodie. I think this weighs like 10 ounces. So, but yeah, and I mean, I slept in this. I used it as a pillow with my buff over it. I mean, love this. Love this. It's a little tiny bit scratchy when you first get it, but it air wicks. It doesn't smell. Wonderful. So, let's go with a fanny pack. I know some people carry fanny packs, some people don't. I carried a fanny pack. I had a different one. I went in Outdoor 76, and I bought this Gregory one. And one of the reasons why I liked it was because the cheaper one that I just had a cheap one. The straps on my other one weren't as wide. These are nice and wide. And then this is what is going against your front. So it's just nice. It's padded. You're not going to feel anything that's in there. It's stable. I mean, I love it. It's got 3 different pockets. So you got this one that's closest to you. And then you got a nice big pouch inside, and then a smaller one here. And this also has a little clip, so if there's something, keys, a wallet or whatever, you can clip it in there so that kind of if you're reaching in there, you don't accidentally pull something out, it falls on the ground. So I love a fanny pack. It doesn't matter whether I'm through hiking, section hiking, slack packing, day hiking, I always have a fanny pack. I mean, it's just easy to keep protection on you if you need that. It's easy to keep your phone, your tripod, chapstick, like your car keys, whatever, your wallet. I mean, it's on you. It's not, you're not gonna like set it down and lose it somewhere. So love it. The next thing is a P-rag, known as Kahlua cloth. There's a lot of different ones out there. I mean, clips right to your pack. You know, it is what it is. It's a P-rag. You wash them out, you let them dry in the sun. This is great and it weighs nothing. So, yeah, highly recommend the P-rag. Used it all the time. Let's see. Luco Tape is your best friend. Soon as you feel like you're getting a blister, a hot spot, I even used this before my plantar fasciitis, which I didn't know that I had plantar fasciitis because I've never had it. I was using it on my arches. I've used it on my ankles. I've used it on a cut that I had a Band-Aid, and of course then it's getting, you know, if it's raining or whatever, and I just kept the clean Band-Aid on over and put a piece of Luco tape to just make sure it didn't come off. So the way that I keep this so that I'm not carrying this roll that's kind of heavy is I have a bunch of it wrapped around my trekking poles, just like I do the duct tape. And then I got this tip, I don't know if I have a YouTube video, I carry a lot, but I don't want my whole trekking poles to be Luco tape. But I just got a little like old card, plastic card, like, you know, if you have one. And you can also wrap it around that and then put it in your med kit. So I have it on both my trekking poles, and then I have it here because sometimes you may need longer pieces. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough. So my next item is the little pump, which I know has kind of been come out. Everybody's been talking about. It's the Flex Tail Gear Pump. It's 3 ounces. It has many more attachments than this. This is what I need to blow up my air mattress and to fully deflate my air mattress. So it charges with a USB. I don't know how many charges you get out of it. It never died. Every time I went into town, I just charged it whether it needed it or not. But you push it twice, inflates. So like this inflates from this side and then deflates from this side. I know there's one now. I'm not sure if it's Flex Tail Gear that has one that actually has like a light on one end, so you can hang it from your tent and you actually have a light in your tent, but they didn't have that one out when I got this one. So I have this one for right now, and I will put the link in the description. This is worth the 3 ounces to me. All right, so let's summarize a few of the items that I just went over in the last few minutes. So one was the fleece buff. Best piece of gear I have, believe it or not. 2 was the Alpaca Hoodie. Love this, I love this. And the Fanny Pack. I never thought I'd have a Fanny Pack, ever. These were big, I don't know, when I was a teenager in the 80s or whatever. I was like, I will never have one. Now look at me going, climbing mountains with a Fanny Pack. And then the P-Rag, Kahlua cloth. I think mine says, let's go, girl. The Luco tape for anything that you need tape for, repairing, you know, hot spots where you might be getting a blister, to hold a bandage in place if you cut yourself bigger than what you think and you need to use a bandana. I mean, this stuff sticks well. So Luco tape is one of those that can use a lot of different things. And then of course the Flex Tail mini pump. And I mean, you know what? You can use this backpacking, but like I said, this comes with a bunch of other attachments that you can blow up, like beach balls and, you know, stuff for the kids. So I mean, this little thing will do all of that. All right, so I have one more thing on my list of 10 favorite gear items, and I chose 2 foods that I love. Now, I didn't eat a whole lot of meals because they're big. I gotta break them up. They're more time consuming. I got into camp a lot of times too late or whatever, and I just didn't end up cooking something. But when I did, my favorite dinner was the Peak Refuel Home Style Chicken and Rice. I love this. It's white chicken with rice and vegetables with a creamy sauce. It's got carrots and mushrooms in it. And the taste was good. This package is 2 servings. And the individual, so what I do is I take one of these. I can't eat a whole one of these. There's no way. I split it in half, and I put each half of it in freezer bags, and then I just add the water. So there's 2 servings per container, but I know a lot of people will eat the whole thing when they're hiking. So if you eat the whole thing, it's 740 calories, which is a good calorie bump. But even at half, it's 370. And a lot of the other ones that I've tried and stuff like that are like 240. So it's giving me some more calories. Plus, I like the fact that it's got some vegetables in there. It's got carrots and it's got mushrooms in there, and then the protein for the chicken. So I love this meal. This is my favorite dinner. So, 40 grams of protein, so you're getting 20. If you half pouch, 40. I love this one. So I will link this exact one in case you want to try it. My favorite breakfast, or even as a sweet treat, if you just want something sweeter throughout the day, is this. It's another one by Peak Refuel, and it is a premium strawberry granola. And let me tell you, it comes with wholesome granola with strawberries and milk. So I had this one morning for breakfast, and it's so much easier than having to boil water, do the oatmeal, whatever, and all of that. This, I just take a half a pouch in there and a half a cup of cold water and let it soak while I'm putting my tent away or whatever. And when I eat this is like having a bowl of granola cereal with strawberries in it. I love this. And it's sweet because of the strawberries. It does contain milk and soy. So if you have, dairy, full-on dairy issues, this probably will not work for you. But if you don't, this is delicious. It's sweet. It's almost like a dessert if you think about it, with granola and fruit in it. So I would eat it as a dessert or as a breakfast. It was flipping awesome. And so this one, if you eat the whole pouch, is 530 calories, and if you eat half, it's 260. So yeah, my 2 favorite foods: home-style chicken and rice for dinner, and the strawberry granola for breakfast and or as a sweet treat. So those are my 10 favorite items. But I did have a bonus 11 one because I struggled with my pack before I went on the AT, and I went through several different packs, suffered an injury when I was on the foothills trail from my pack digging into my shoulder. So I just wanted to give props to my pack, my Gossamer Gear Mariposa. I was torn between this one and the Hyperlight 3400, and this one just, as long as you stay with it under 30 pounds at most, this one carries just so comfortably. I'm actually redoing my gear right now to get my base weight to right around 15 pounds, especially because and when I've preloaded this with 15 pounds on my treadmill, and I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything. So if you can keep it in the 20, when I was up 27, 28, I could feel it, but if you can keep it at 25, I love this pack. You have the front pouch, which I would keep all my rain gear if I took my hoodie off, if I took whatever. Obviously, look how far stretched it is out. I have the tall side pocket here, which I was able to keep my tent poles in, and 2 extra 1 liter smart water bottles. I had the smaller one here and a smaller one here, which one I kept my potty bag stuff, and then also my water stuff on here. There's places to hang carabiners, and it's got the nice hip belts. It's nice, and they're nice and wide, which I like. I never use this, but this one actually has a seat cushion. It's also got a zipper, in the top, so where I could throw my gloves and stuff and make sure they kept dry. And the only 2 add-ons I've put on this is I have the this water bottle holder from Chicken Tramp. Love this pack. It's so comfortable. It is one of the top packs that people use, and there's a reason why. And so yeah, this is my go-to pack right now. So all right, well, thank you so much. I will put the link for the backpack in there too. It's the Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60 liter is what I have, and I wear a size small. I'm 5'2". So that being said, I hope that you've enjoyed my favorite gear video. I feel like Christmas, like like the 12 days of Christmas with the bonus backpack. And I hope you'll find some of these items that you might not have thought that you may have needed. And now that you know that I've used them and really like them, that, you know, maybe that'll help you or solve a problem that you've had, you know, and you can, you know, make things easier when you're out there on the trail. So I will, like I said, I'll leave the links below. In the bottom, I'll also link you to my gear video, which I'm going to probably redo and let you know what I kind of ditched. There was a couple things that I ditched, but not much. I did get some good research and I had most of what I needed, but there was a couple things that I just didn't end up using like I thought. Even after watching the videos and, you know, people were like, they love them. It was easier to just do without it than it was to go through using it. So I will redo that video, I promise. And it helps right now because right now I have all my gear out to make these videos for you all. So thanks for watching, and look forward to giving you some more feedback on things that I loved, things that I didn't love, things that I ditched, and where am I going next. But it's coming soon and you'll find out. So stay tuned. Have a great day.